Hello and welcome, Silver Star Nation fans. It is that time of the week again as we have the one and the only Mickey Spagnola here with us. So first off, Mickey, obviously coming off a fourth consecutive loss. Tough for the Cowboys, but talk about some of the positive takeaways from that loss against the Steelers.
Yeah, I thought they took a step in the right direction on defense. That was one of the better games they've played, probably since the opener. You know, I think everybody forgets in that season opener against the Rams, they did hold the Rams to 20 points on the road. So, but this has been the best they've played since, I think. The defensive front was better. They got the Steelers out of their running game. Unfortunately, they went to a total passing game in that fourth quarter, and Roethlisberger kind of picked them apart. But I thought from a team effort together, I thought that was a positive. You know, they had to overcome the fact that their punter, Chris Jones, was placed on injured reserve, and they had a raw rookie come in, Hunter Nicewander. I thought he punted well, and the best thing he did is he held. He had never held in an NFL game previously for kicks, and he did a nice job, obviously, with Zerline making all 4 of his field goal attempts. So that was a positive. And then, you know, obviously we can't overlook the job that Gilbert did as getting his first start in the National Football League. He's kicked around on practice squads. He's been second, third string on a couple other teams. But this was his first start after only throwing 6 passes in the NFL and played the way he did. I thought it was energizing for the entire team to see him play like that. Sounds like a really good guy. He was team-oriented, and I think you saw the guys rallying around him during the game and even after the game, too. So if you're looking for positives, I think if nothing else, if they get Andy Dalton coming back by time they get out of this bye and play Minnesota to be the starter, I think they've at least found their backup quarterback for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go in next. Is there any type of update on Andy Dalton yet? And then going back, obviously a good start for him. Is there any talks about Gilbert getting the start in Week 11?
It sounds like they're going with Dalton, talking or listening to what Mike McCarthy had to say and Jerry Jones had to say. They pointed out that they signed Dalton to be their starting quarterback, so they're going to go back to him, assuming, like I said, he gets off of the concussion protocol and they're able to remove him from the reserve COVID-19 list. So they're going to go back to the veteran. You know, there were times in the game that Gilbert showed that, you know, that was his first start and he hadn't played all that many snaps. I think, if I remember correctly, he's only had like 23 snaps previously in the NFL, and I think the lack of experience at times hurt him in some critical situations. And, you know, I know they scored 19 points. The downside was it was only 1 touchdown, and I've got this theory that the more field goals you kick in a game, the closer you are to losing.
I like that. And now switching it to the defensive side of the ball, I've seen some negative reports out on Trayvon Diggs. I was just wondering, have you heard anything? What's your update from you guys?
Yeah, he's got a fractured bone in his foot, probably out 4 to 6 weeks. So that's, you know, if it's 6 weeks, that's almost the rest of the season. So we'll see where that one goes. You know, it's a shame because they were getting a rookie corner, a heck of a lot of experience. With rookie corners, you're going to have ups and you're going to have downs. And he certainly had his downs, but he was starting to get more ups. So too bad there. But the good thing is Chidobe Awuzie, who's been on injured reserve since the 3rd week of the season, is off IR right now. So with a bye week to continue rehabbing, and then he should be ready to go to be the starting corner when they go against Minnesota in 2 weeks.
Yeah, just injuries chalk it up to 2020, I guess. But, yeah, talk about Awuzie coming back. Then you also have Van Der Esch, you know, a good start, and then Sean Lee, too. Talk about the confidence in this defense, I mean, moving forward.
Yeah, they should have some confidence in themselves from what they did defensively against the Steelers. That averaged 30 points a game coming into this one. They held them to their fewest points this season, and that's an 8-0 team. By the way, the only undefeated team. They took them out of their running game, held them to 46 yards to the point that when they got behind 19-9, they ended up throwing the ball on 22 of the next 23 snaps. So, yeah, a step in the right direction, and I think you mentioned all the right reasons. Van Der Esch getting better rhythm after missing so much time, not only this year, but remember he missed the last 7 games last year. So having him on the field helped, having Randy Gregory getting more snaps after not playing since the final playoff game in 2018 certainly helped. And I thought their defensive tackles played better. Antoine Woods and Neville Gallimore. You know, they wasted time with Dontari Poe in the middle. I think Antoine Woods kind of bowed up and said, hey, I need more snaps. And Neville Gallimore, the rookie from Oklahoma, third-round pick, I think the more snaps he's been getting, the better he's been playing. So when you're looking to go forward, I think they can kind of sink their teeth into those 2 guys.
Awesome. And my final question to you is, what do you think the main focus will be in this Week 10 bye week for the Cowboys?
Well, unfortunately, you know, they had planned, you know, continue meetings. They were going to have a practice on Wednesday, but with the Pittsburgh Steelers backup tight end McDonald testing positive for COVID-19, the Cowboys had to go into what's called intensive COVID-19 protocol. The meetings the rest of the week will be virtual, and the practice on Wednesday had to be canceled. Now, the good news is, so far, at least on Monday, we'll see what happened today, none of the Cowboys players tested positive, so we'll see what happens going forward, because had they had to play this week, they might not have got a chance to bring the guys back into the facility until like Thursday or Friday. So it was a very timely bye for them. So from a workout standpoint, we'll see when the NFL and the COVID-19 protocols allow the guys to come back into the facility.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Mickey. Thanks for the insight, and that'll do it for us. And a reminder, the Cowboys will be back in action at the Vikings in Week 11.